Imagine one of those days, the kind where the alarm clock blares too loud, too early, and your drowsy attempt to silence it results in a shattered phone screen. At first, the shrill rings barely register in your still dreaming mind. The world remains a hazy, comfortable darkness. It's a rude awakening, though, when your heavy hand falls clumsily onto the delicate device resting on your bedside table. The low thump resounds as the phone tumbles to the hard floor, and your heart lurches in sync with the sharp, unmistakable crack of shattered glass. Reluctantly, you reach down, feeling the crunch of the now destroyed screen under your fingertips. You know, even before your eyes adjust to the harsh morning light, that your day has taken a turn for the worst. The realization strikes with utmost certainty, as clear as the fragments of glass you now cradle in your palm. Your first instinct, naturally, is to seek solace in the comforting warmth of your morning coffee. The delicious, aromatic brew usually revives your spirits, no matter how dire the situation. This time, however, it's different. The mug, usually reassuringly solid and dependable in your grip, somehow slips from your grasp. The hot liquid splashes onto your pristine shirt, darkening the fabric and leaving behind a stain that stubbornly refuses to fade. You watch, helpless, as it spreads across the cloth, each droplet a silent testament to the catastrophe that your morning is rapidly becoming. Your futile attempt to scrub away the evidence only seems to worsen the situation, the stain spreading and growing darker under your frantic ministrations. The scent of your beloved brew now serves as a cruel reminder of the calamity looms over your day. As you finally step out into the world, you can't help but feel a sense of dread. The universe, it seems, has conspired against you. The traffic lights, which you usually pay no mind, now appear to taunt you at every turn. Each red light seems to be a personal affront, a glaring symbol of your mounting misfortunes. Your headache, which you'd managed to ignore thus far, begins to throb in time with the rhythmic pulsing of the red lights. The world blurs around you, and the harsh glow of the traffic lights is the only thing that breaks through the pounding in your head. The traffic lights seem to conspire against you, turning red at your every approach, as if mocking your throbbing headache. The day only goes downhill from there. As you trudge through your daily routine, an ominous feeling of unease begins to creep over you. A chill wind brushes past you, causing an involuntary shiver to run down your spine. You look up at the cloud-covered sky, the once vibrant blue, now a dreary gray. The world feels different, alien in a way that you can't quite put your finger on. The bustling noise of the city, which you previously found comforting, now fills you with a sense of dread. Finding solace in the familiarity of your home, you make your way back. The journey is filled with strange occurrences. You see faces in the crowd that seem eerily familiar, yet they're people you've never met. A bird, unlike any you've ever seen before, circles overhead. Its eyes, a strange hue of blue, seem to bore into your very soul. Your heart pounds in your chest as the world around you shapeshifts into something surreal. Then, as if on cue, the world lurches. It feels as if the rug has been pulled from beneath your feet. The usual hustle and bustle of the world around you is replaced by a deafening silence. Your vision blurs and you feel an overwhelming sense of dizziness. Before long, darkness engulfs you. When you regain consciousness, you find yourself in a world far removed from your own. You're lying on a bed of softly glowing grass, and the sky above is a mesmerizing mix of swirling purples and vibrant blues. Towering crystals pulse around you, their energy crackling the air and resonating within your very bones. The strange world is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. It's like nothing you've ever seen before, and yet it feels oddly comforting. The silence of this world is a stark contrast to the noisy city you left behind, and for a moment, you feel a sense of tranquility wash over you. A figure approaches from the distance, a silhouette against the pulsating backdrop of the crystals. As he comes closer, you recognize him, Marek. His eyes hold a wary curiosity, as in your bewildered expression. Extending a hand towards you, he offers you a flask filled with a shimmering, star-like liquid. His words, although simple, carry a weight that settles within you. "Drink this, it will ease your mind. In this strange new world, You find yourself lost and disoriented until Marek appears, offering himself as your guide. You lean on his wisdom, absorbing his teachings with a curious and open mind. Marek is not an ordinary guide, he's a harbinger of knowledge and wisdom, your instructor in this alien world. His first lesson, how to extract water from the seemingly arid air, becomes a lifeline in your quest for survival. He shows you how to gather water droplets from the dew-laden foliage at dawn and to coax moisture from the air using a simple but ingenious contraption. The lesson is not just about survival, but also about resilience and resourcefulness in this bizarre world. Next, he introduces you to the art camouflage, a necessity in a world teeming with predatory creatures. You learn how to blend in with the environment using vegetation, mud, and even certain plant saps to disguise your scent. You study the movements of the creatures, observing their habits and identifying their weaknesses. The lesson, while frightening, instills in you a newfound respect for life and adaptations. Then comes the daunting task of distinguishing between plants that heal and those that harm. With Marek's guidance, you discover a plethora of plant species, unique and possessing different properties. Some give nourishment, others hold the power to heal or harm, and a few even have hallucinogenic effects. You quickly learn that in this world, knowledge is your greatest weapon and ignorance, your most dangerous foe. However, Marek's teachings evoke a rising tide of doubt within you. His lessons seem to arm you with the skills to survive in this new world. But is that his true intention? Is he equipping you to live here indefinitely, or is there a hidden motive? Is he subtly preventing you from leaving, ensuring your survival, but also your imprisonment? Your mind swirls questions until one day, the final lesson comes unexpectedly. Caught off guard, you slip through a crevice within the landscape of floating islands, preparing for a free fall. But instead of plummeting, float. The experience is surreal, and you're enveloped by a revealing mist, a phenomenon that the truth of this universe in its misty embrace. Suddenly, everything falls into place. This world isn't just a place of exile. It's a realm of transformation. The mist dissipates, the confusion abates, and Marek's role becomes clear. He's not just a guide, but a guardian, an ally who has been silently awakening within you the strength needed to face this ordeal. And now, you're ready. Empowered and enlightened, you're prepared to return to your world, forever transformed. With this understanding, you feel a sudden shift. It's as if a door has been opened and then closed, a temporal leap that leaves you reeling. As abruptly as you were transported, you find yourself back in the comfort of your living room. The shock of the return is dull compared to the intensity of the journey, but it's a shock nonetheless. The previously comforting humdrum buzz of the television fills the space around you, its mundane noise a stark contrast to the spectacular sensory overload you experienced just moments ago in a world beyond our own. It's as if you were pulled back from a vivid dream into the black and white reality. Yet it all feels strangely different, as though the lens through which you see the world has changed. In your hand, you hold a small pulsing crystal. It's not something from a jewelry store or a geology exhibit. It's a souvenir from another world, a tangible piece of a place beyond the boundaries of your imagination. Its pulsating rhythm is a testament to the world it came from, a world where the impossible was made possible, where each day held the promise of something extraordinary. This small, pulsating crystal is a beautiful reminder that the most challenging, the most grueling trials and tribulations can indeed be the beginning of something extraordinary. It's a symbol of resilience and hope, a token of an adventure that has reshaped your perception of the world and your place in it. So as we journey through our daily lives marked by routines and predictability, it's worth remembering that every setback, every worst day, might be nothing more than the prelude to an unexpected adventure. Each stumble, each fall, could very well be the catalyst propelling us into an extraordinary journey. A journey that could change us, offer us a new perspective, paint our gray skies with the vibrant hues of a world beyond. Back now, with this extraordinary piece of another world in hand, you're ready to face whatever comes next. You carry with you the courage of the journey, wisdom acquired along the way, and the hope embodied in this pulsating crystal. You're armed with a newfound understanding, a broadened perspective, and an openness to the endless possibilities that life offers. Heart fortified by the journey and eyes wide open to the endless possibilities.